Ladies and gentlemen, welcome in. You're watching Bad Boys TV's coverage of the USAPL 2017 Nationals. It's a team event.
We've got some good players here. My name is Jack Murray. I'm the National Director of the USA Pool League.
And I am Sherry Ross with Railbirds Production, brought in to do some commentary for Bad Boys.
Love having you guys here. Thank you so much for the streams you guys do.
Oh, not a problem. We really enjoy doing them. You have to, or else you wouldn't do it for a living.
That is very true.
Well, it's not a living. It's a hobby. It's a passion.
Yes, yes. Well, I'm just doing some quick calculations here in just a second. I'll let you know where what the races are for this particular match.
Uh-huh.
And this is Kirk Freeman, and Kirk is playing for the team Olson.
Okay. And he is going to?
Oh, just one moment. It's going to take just a second here.
Uh-huh. We are playing, this is the handicapped by points, if you're not familiar with the USAPL, and I'm trying to get familiar with it.
Mm-hmm.
But it is call ball in pocket.
Yes.
Basic CSI rules, open after the break, 8-ball doesn't win or lose on the break.
Right.
And let's see, what else was there?
Essentially, the point system with this, when you win a game of 8-ball in the USA Pool League, you get 14 points. When you lose the game, you get 1 point per ball made. Mm-hmm. So it's a way to accrue points, and we have a point race that we go to. Now, Kirk Freeman for Team Olson is a Fargo rating of 543. He is going to be going to 73 points in this race. Larry Lehman is with Ken Shooters, and he's a 570 in Fargo, and he's going to 82 points.
I'll fix it.
But the USA Pool League is a newer league that the CSI developed in 2009, really to grow the beginning and amateur ranks in the pool world, and tying in Fargo rate has just been a natural correlation for us. Fargo rate gives us a great way to be able to accurately rate players, and with our USA Pool League handicap system, it gives us the ability to create a specific match between two players' Fargo ratings that give each player as close to even as possible to winning a match. So it's really the player who plays to the best of their ability to win, not just the best player in that sense.
Yeah.
So really we find a lot of our matches, and it's amazing, we're almost at 50-50 on whether the higher or lower rated player is winning a match.
That's a lot of numbers, and yeah, it's all of it has a learning curve. Everything new that starts up, and it's nice to have something new that actually, lets the players play at their own level, but still compete.
Exactly. And it's a natural pairing with the BCA Pool League, how we have a lot of the stronger shooters in the league, some really great play, the pro events to it. We want to be able to have an avenue for everybody to be able to come in and enjoy, whether you play regularly all the time or if you just hit a few balls with your friends on a weekend.
Yeah.
This is Larry Lehman with Ken Shooters shooting here. Ken Shooters, I believe, are out of Oklahoma City. The Oklahoma City USA Pool League, and then I believe Team Olson is out of Nashville, Tennessee.
Yeah, they told me they were from Tennessee. It was their first time coming here, and
we love having them.
Yeah, they come. Told them all about the live stream and everything, and they were really excited about it.
Excellent.
Well, I think a lot of the players are, because this is something that's relatively new with Nationals, being able to watch something more than just the pro events.
Yes. And I love that you guys do this, and you tie the stream in through the rooms too, so people can put their feet up, they can watch some pool and relax up there.
Yeah.
It's an excellent way to really get the full enjoyment of it.
He's got a little problem here with this 7 ball. If he can just cinch this 3 in, or he may hit it go back and forth.
Yep. And he's got a tough cluster down here in the bottom corner, too. That's going to be hard to navigate.
I can't tell. Let me get this overhead up to see if that combination is on. The 1-2, or he was going up to the back side of it.
Yep.
Didn't even want to play a combination.
That's one of those shots where you quite often miss the shot you're shooting because you're so focused on getting on the right spot of the next ball.
Yeah. Bounce off of that. He wants it to slow down a little bit. And come out nice for this shot on the 8.
Yep, that's perfect shape.
And this is Ken's shooters.
Yes, this is Ken Shooters. This is Larry Lehman with Ken Shooters.
And he gets 14.
14 points for it. And then Kirk Freeman made 3 balls, so he would get 3 points. And the numbers you see on the screen are the race 2 numbers. Ken Shooters needs the 82 points, and Olson's needs a 73, and we play a total of 5 matches. There are 5 sets in a match, and the team with the most points at the end is the winner of the match.
Just right-click on here.
And that was the 3. Yep.
Mm-hmm, yep. And one thing we've done with the USA Pool League is, even though we use a point space for the handicapping aspect of it, we still want to emphasize playing the game and winning the game right. So if the final game goes, if a player needs 2 balls and they get their 2 balls but they haven't won the game out yet, they still have to finish the game. Because one of the other factors in the scoring aspect, when we do the set scoring at the end, will be the margin of victory bonus, because it's how many points you hold your opponent to below their race 2 number. So it puts emphasis on playing the game right, winning the games to get the most points for your team possible.
Man, and you get those bonus points for winning the way you're supposed to win too.
Exactly. Yeah. And then if a match does go hill-hill, and hill-hill in USA Pool League means that both players need less than 14 points in their last game, it then no longer becomes a matter of points, but whoever wins the hill-hill game wins that match.
Okay.
So it still gives you that pressure of hill-hill competition.
Yeah. That's interesting. Yeah, I don't know if they're doing it out in our neck of the woods. I know they're not. We live in no man's land, Traverse City, Michigan.
Well, in Michigan, there's we do have Waynes County has a USA Pool League out there.
That's 4 hours away from home.
Okay, so it's a little bit further away. And that's one of the aspects within USA Pool League, is we really are trying to grow it to all sorts of different regions. It's newer, and it's really a league that's designed to. It takes a little bit of somebody focusing on it as a business to really work it as a growing market. So I'm taking that as a personal challenge. I get to find everybody out there.
Oh, wrong computer. I don't have my. I guess I do have it going. So I didn't think I had the chat going, but come on down here. Ramil, you're watching the USAPL. It is kind of, to put it for some, who plays both APA and BCA, it's kind of like the two got together. The two, a little bit of the scoring system, people have to, so many points they have to make, but it's not slop. And so that's why you're seeing 2 different numbers. One will be a running team total, and the other is the amount of points that the player needs and what his current running total is.
Right. Right. It looks like we have Kirk Freeman at the table with Team Olson, it looks like.
Yes, it is. And just hung that 6 ball. I think it's holding on by its nails.
That is one of the things with playing on the diamond tables here. It's really nice. It gives you the feel of playing on a 9-foot table with playing in a smaller room, but it also definitely punishes if you rub a rail.
Oh yeah, they will. And you know, these tables, they're sliding a little bit. Balls, because they're so new, cloth is new on most of these tables. When you have that condition in the desert, the pockets do open up a little bit more for you. And the more play it gets throughout the week, these pockets are going to start to tighten up even more.
That makes sense.
Yeah, balls tend to slide a little bit, you know, when they're nice and brand new, and that allows the pocket to open up some.
We're playing with the new Zeus Cyclop balls, is that correct?
I'm not sure. I know they're Cyclop, but I didn't know they were the new ones.
I believe they're the new Zeus brand of Cyclop. It's similar, little more vivid colors than the other ones, slightly.
Okay.
Now Larry's got some interesting options here. That 9 ball's in a bad spot because with the 6 ball block in the pocket, he's going to have some strategy here. That's a smart play.
Yep, just a little dink safety.
It's the beauty of 8 ball is the simplicity of the intelligence of the game.
Yeah. And this over 9 ball, they're two completely different mindsets too. The way you play safe, the way you run out, the patterns you use. And even there's different types of safeties because now you're not trying to hook them from 1 ball, you're trying to hook them from 7 or 5, you know, whatever.
Absolutely.
You know, something just as simple as taking away a pocket can work. Where in 9 ball, well, he's just going to shoot that ball in the pocket.
Right.
You know, so yeah, they're two completely different monsters, and I love both of them.
I love both games, and I love all the other game that I'm falling in love with is 10 ball, and that's one thing that we're adding to the USA Pool League next year in the national championships. We are going to have a 10 ball division up here as well for it, so just another aspect for it. But you're right, 8 ball is it's a wonderful game played on it, so much strategy to it, but they're 8 ball and 9 ball, two different animals completely.
Oh, look at this! He was able to go right through there. What control?
Yeah, that was a tight window.
Yeah, talk about threading the needle.
Still got a little bit of work left here.
Yeah, he can back cut the 2, and if he drawing the ball into the 9, if he hits it full, the cue ball should stop right about there. Push the 9 towards the side rail, leave him a good shot up in the corner. But if he doesn't hit it full, some really funny stuff can happen.
Yeah, absolutely.
And going forward, if you rub the 9 going forward and go down table, now it's probably blocking the pocket for the 8. So yeah.
Well, and there's your funny thing that happens. If you don't hit that solid, that's absolutely true.
Yeah.
And one of the torturous things I always find out in 8 ball is when you get down to the last ball and you don't have a shot.
Yeah. You can't run, you know, these guys have decent Fargo rates. You can't run 6 balls, 7 balls, and then miss because there's nothing in their way.
Right.
Table's wide open, and all they do is just, 7-foot table, shoot, stop, little dink shots, and run out on you. If they don't get out, they've got all their balls to play you safe behind. And I don't like, if their out isn't there or whatever, I don't run 4 or 5, 6 balls. I run 1 or 2 and find a place to duck.
Yeah, the trick here is there's not really a great shot unless you're playing a carom or getting a little creative. You don't have a whole lot of safety opportunities other than possibly cluttering the table, making it a little uglier.
He's looks like he's playing it off 9.
I think you're right.
Yeah, the 15 keeps him from going in that side, but I don't know, if he glances off the 15, will the cue ball go up in the corner? It depends on.
That's a tough angle. It's hard to see it from this point of view.
Yeah, it is. It's pretty tight angle.
He went for it in the other corner, but hit the wrong side of the 9 ball on that. And now Larry's going to have a fairly open table to work with here.
Yeah, it's gonna. Probably the tester is just opening shot, but all he has to do is float it in. Even if you hang it, he has no shot.
Right, exactly, because the 8 ball's covered by the 15.
Yeah. Well, if he wants this ball to slow down, it's going to get funny.
That complicates the game. I think you might just see him roll this ball right up on that 10 ball.
Yeah, that's what I'd be doing. Duck again, seeing that running out your balls and getting bad on the last ball or the ball before, and now they get to do this to you all day.
I remember reading, I forget whose book it was, but one of the on 8 ball, and they refer to that as one ball hell. It's your last ball on the table, and you just can't do anything with it.
Yeah, he's calling this ball in the other corner. And you see the edge of it, and he's cutting it in. It's what it looks like. He's going to try and throw this ball in. Yeah,
this will be a remarkable shot.
Yeah. And now it's opened up to where it's harder to play safe on him.
Mm-hmm.
And you just got to go for it. Shoot the 9. And I like getting rid of the 11 as soon as I can.
I agree with you there.
Yeah.
I might use the 15 as my out ball, or the 11 you can get a little goofy when the ball's on the rail like that.
Yeah.
But really where the 8 ball is, it's not going to be hard to get shape on from any other ball.
No, not it's what right here. It's kind of like your preference. A lot of people like to save the ball closest to the 8 ball for their last ball to play shape off of. And I only like to do that if it's like frozen on the end rail or something like that. And to me, it just comes down to where does that cue ball end up on at the end of every shot.
Right.
And because it changes every shot. The angle's different now. You're not where you wanted to be for your out, or now it's the route you thought you were going to take is no longer possible. There comes up. If he can get this ball here, this will be.
He made it a little tighter than he wanted, but he should be able to work this out with the bridge.
Score will be.
If he makes this, it would be
28
to 7.
28 to 10.
10. Thank you very much. You're right.
Yep.
And we didn't even give him the announcer's hex.
Yeah, look at that. Said would be. If he makes. Would be. See, you gotta be careful in your wording.
I'm a novice at the commentating. I'm learning every moment.
I love it. It's just to be able to sit here and never make a mistake or miss a ball or.
I was talking with somebody at our USA Pool League desk earlier, and they're asking me how I was playing, and I said I haven't missed a ball yet this week.
Haven't hit one either.
Nope, haven't hit one, but I haven't missed one.
Yeah, me too. I haven't hit a ball since we got here, but that means I haven't missed one. Playing perfect so far.
Absolutely.
So when we get to the end of this, and then you figure out, okay, he beat this guy by, say he beats him by, he doesn't let him get 15 of his points.
And we take that 15 points times 2.
Okay.
Okay. So the margin of victory would be 30, and the winner of the match, the winner of the set, gets 100 points plus the margin of victory. So he would get 130 points in that example. The loser gets the amount of points that they scored.
Okay, and you play all 6 rounds, and whoever has the most 5 rounds.
Yes, 5 rounds.
And whoever has the most points at the end wins.
Exactly. And then we do have a skill cap on this, and it's a skill cap of an average of 500 per player. So on a 5-player team, that's 2,500. And how the cap comes into play is that if a team goes over, it's not a hard cap where you forfeit matches, but you pay 1 penalty point for every Fargo point over that cap.
Okay.
So if a team came in at a 25-50, for example, at the end of the match, they would lose 50 points for the penalty points off of their score.
Okay. Well, there you have it. Can you give a website? Judy Spry is asking about a website to get more information about the USA League.
Absolutely. The website is playusapool.com. That's playusapool.com. And you can go there, and under league formats and policies, we have the player's handbook. If you're also interested in possibly starting a league in an area that may not have a USA Pool League, we do have a link on there as well for starting a league, and you can contact me for that. It goes right through the system. You can apply online. Well, yes.
Or but if you're looking for one in your area, you have locations
then
of where they're.
there's also Find a League. You can find the league there as well.
There
exactly.
you go.
So, absolutely, you can find a lot of different information on PlayUSAPool.com.
Well, there you have it. Go check it out, ladies and gentlemen. Meanwhile, Ken Shooters is over here running out the rack. He just made a really nice shot to end up here.
He did. I had to have my monologue go over that, unfortunately, but he hit a beautiful shot to clear that up.
Uh-oh. He moved that 6, but it actually hit the 3, which would be a foul. But I don't know if he saw it. We can't go out there and say something about it. That's up to the player themselves. But when that 7 did hit the 3. Yeah, movement fouls. We don't play all ball fouls because it's your shirt touched it, your hair, and it just goes into argument after argument. So you can move one ball. Your opponent has the option to put it back. You can move that same ball again, and they can put it back. You can, but you cannot move more than one ball in a stroke.
And that was obviously the case. I don't think either player even had any knowledge that it hit the second ball.
No, I don't think they did either.
Now, that was a break and run, and I think that was... Get that on there. I want to say that there was one ball down. I thought there were 6.
Yeah, there were 6 on the table, so it's going to go...
So even though it was a break and run, Kirk does get that 1 point for the ball made.
Okay. So that's going to go to 42.
Yep.
(42-11) is your score now. Oh, I'm doing it down here.
Now we're streaming one table. In the national championship format, we do have 2 tables going at once. So when the other table does get a match finished, I will walk over and find out what the score was on that, so we can update the team totals for it.
Yeah, and I can switch back and forth on the tables, but it's really hard to because like here they're breaking, and I'm looking at the other. I can bring up the other screen in a thumbnail. And they're in the middle of a game, and we don't want to go. We don't know what we're talking about. We don't know where they're at.
It's best in a stream really to focus, I think, on the one game aspect. I think you got that right.
Yeah. So keep in mind, there are other tallies going on another table right now. So at the end of this, the numbers are going to really jump for the team totals. The only thing I really, the 3 ball has to be out of the way for the 5 ball, maybe.
Unless the 5 goes in the bottom right corner. I can't see if it goes by the 14.
Actually, it looks like it might go in both corners, past the 9 and past the...
Whoa, slow down.
It looked like it would go through there between that 14-9 and past the 3, but now I think... The 9 ball might be the 15 ball might be in the way for the 5 to go in this bottom right-hand corner. If he's good on the 7, I don't know if he can see the 7 to make it, but I'd probably, if the 5 still goes, I would shoot the 7.
Yeah, I agree. It looked as though he was frustrated when he took a look at the 7, so from his angle it may not.
Yeah. Yeah, he is pretty close to being on top of that 15. Oh, he's shooting the 7. Come back. That's a nice shot.
Yep.
He's looking to return the favor here for his team.
Absolutely. Give a break and run right back.
Yeah.
That's the goal.
Give as good as you get. Hopefully.
Exactly.
And actually, if he won here, it would be better than, because all 7 of the stripes. Nope, there's only 6 out there. Learn how to count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So, yeah, it'd be the same. 7. 7. There's 7 out there. Yep.
Yep, 7.
So he would actually gain back a point for his team. As far as, going in, to the for what happened to him in the last game.
Right.
Can't fault a guy for never getting to the table. This is rack for your opponent.
This is actually rack your own.
Rack your own.
Mm-hmm. It is rack your own. I noticed that last night. I was watching one of the stream matches with Skyler and Warren Kampko, and that was a match. It only took about 20 minutes, but it seemed as though it was just who was going to rack and run out first.
Yeah, they were taking, we were joking about it, was that it took them longer to rack the balls, even with a magic rack, than it was for them to run out.
Every now and then, my jealousy gets up there with a pool game. They played some beautiful pool last night. Oh.
And now where do we go? Back cut it to this bottom.
That looks like what he called the back cut to the bottom left.
Yep.
Now you have to kind of hope that you don't get something quirky off a ball on the right side.
Yeah, bump off of something and scratch or something like that, like the 13. Nope.
And that was a beautiful
perfect.
shot.
That was a really nice shot.
Beautiful shot.
And
so
that is a break and run with a 14-0.
14-0. In league play, we call that a win zip.
So that would update to 25.
And you can see with the point tally how with a simple changing of one game, it really can make the game interesting and tighten something up if somebody was getting away with a lead.
Yeah. No, they're using the triangle here, whereas in the BCA league, for the BCA tournament, the magic rack is a requirement.
Is that true in 8-ball as well as 9-ball?
I don't know.
I believe in 8-ball you can use the triangle, but magic rack in 9-ball is required.
Okay.
And I think we also require it in the USA Pool League 9-ball too.
Okay.
So this weekend when we play the 9-ball teams that start, that will be coming into play.
That would explain why there's a huge pile of magic racks up at the desk now and none around the room.
Yes.
Yeah, it's been a little while since I've come to. This is I think it's been like more than 5 years because this is my first time coming to the Rio for Nationals.
Okay.
So some of the rules have changed on what they're doing, and I'm trying to catch up with all of that too.
Well, this is the first year since 2001 I have not played in this event in the BCA Nationals. But it's so much fun to see everything from this point of view and get to meet everybody that comes through here.
TL, that is what each person is going to in points. The zeros underneath the team name will be the running team tally once matches are over. Once individual matches are over.
Yep, one of the things we have with the USA Pool League, as we were talking about earlier, we have a Race 2 calculator that calculates the race for us. And so the numbers you see, the large numbers, the 82 and the 73, are their calculated races.
Yes. And then the other number is the number of points that they currently have accrued. Oh, and he was starting out with a combination.
I believe we still have an open table.
Yep. Yeah, and I'm not. Nothing really looks like. Those are the ones I want.
Yes, nothing's jumping out at me. I'm looking at the 9 and the 11 if you're stripes, so what the problem balls are, and
yeah. Well, and the 9 does control the 8 a little bit. And we still have an open table. But now this other problem is opened up some, so I think I might like solids. You can bump the 8 out, come with the 1 ball, come in behind it and bump it out a little bit. So I think from here I would probably want to take solids.
I agree.
That 11 ball is ugly.
Anywhere you get close to the corner of the side pocket is always complicated.
That's a nice shot.
Yes.
So he's going to shoot the 7. Is he going to come out for the 6, or is he going to try and get over to bump that 8 out, get on the 1 to bump the 8 out now?
Playing shape on those. Is that the 3 ball or the 5? I can't tell.
That is the 5
ball.
And that's a really tight pocket there. And if he he didn't bump it at all. That was a nice shot. If he bumped that 10 at all, it could have pushed over and blocked the pocket for the 1.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm pretty sure the 1 does go in that hole, looking at it from the overhead. And
he's going to have to do a little bit of work yet getting out to...
yeah, I think I'd go shoot this 6 ball, and if I didn't feel comfortable following 3 rails around it, try and draw. You don't want to put a whole lot of draw or a whole lot of what would be right-hand English on it. You want just, maybe even a little bit more, little bit below center. Go between the side rail and the 15 and back over to where about where the 11 is, and just let the cue ball go back and forth there. To shoot the 1 in the side pocket, and the cue ball can come in behind and kick the 8 out. You don't like having to do that. It is your last shot. But here, how do you break out the 8 and get a shot on the 6?
And there's the trouble you get into when you try and get a little bit too much with finesse in the game.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but I mean, even there, if that 6 is gone and you end up with that, it's a really tough. I know it doesn't bank. That 12 ball's a pretty big ball there. I was saying, he could bank it across side, but the 12 ball's huge. He's going to have to kick in behind this ball.
There really is no offensive shot you can play here.
Yeah, no. He can't technically. Right there, kick down there. Call the 6. It's green. The 6 ball up in the corner.
Mm-hmm.
And he's going for the simpler hit. Oh, he almost would have gone up there off of that 12 ball too. Oh.
And now we see an opportunity for Kirk Freeman to kind of put the strategic defensive game that Larry put on him earlier in the match when he got down to 1 ball.
Yeah, and he's got a nice, couple easy shots to choose from to start with. I think I'd start with the 12 to roll the cue ball up to get rid of that 11 ball. You got a really nice opportunity to get right on that rail.
Mm-hmm. Another option might be to shoot the 9 ball, which is kind of an awkward spot with that 8 ball there, but either one would be a good way to start.
Yeah.
That's the interesting thing with 8 ball is there's always more than one way to solve the problem.
Oh, no, it's happening again. Give me 1 moment. I'll be right back.
Okay. And it looks like Kirk is going for the out. I think he's probably playing shape to get the 12 ball possibly off the 11 and didn't want to have to jack up over the 8 ball. Ooh. A little fortunate there.
I had an issue yesterday with the feeds getting crossed up in the room where it was audio from one and video from the other, and it apparently is happening again. If you're here in the rooms, sorry about it. We have, I got CSI on it to try and figure out what's going on. All right, here we go.
And Kirk has made a fantastic out. He got a little bit fortunate with a ball that cue ball bounced off the corner of the side pocket, but it really played a good out to get here.
Yep, he just called that upper right-hand pocket there. So with this one here, it would team Olson another 14 points to 39.
14, and Ken Shooter's got 6 on that one.
Yep.
Yep. 39.
And going to 48. Yeah, it'll take a little bit of getting used to, but yeah, so I played APA years ago and had to learn all of their funky rules
And the one thing we tried to do, even though we have the point system scoring and you have to do a little bit more, we want to keep it as simple as possible.
Yeah.
So the one thing you don't have to keep track of, you don't have to count innings in it, you don't have to count missed shots or safeties. It really still is about just wins and losses as getting the points and how you play the games. It's more complicated than just marking whether you win or lose and the first one to get to a certain amount of games, but our players have really found that they like the scoring system for the handicap pool leagues out there.
Yeah. Yeah, it seems like it's has a lot more ability to fine-tune and make it an even matchup more than, like, I know I said, I played the APA, I've played BCA, and the systems that they use are a little less finite.
Right. Well, and when you have rating systems out there that have only a set number of classifications and you're trying to classify everybody in that, it really limits what you can do for accuracy with it. And that's one of the blessings with Fargo rate is there's no ceiling and there's no floor, and you can get as specific as possible with the player's skill level, which also in turn lets our race 2 calculator get very, very specific in how fair the matches can be.
Yeah. Well, and what I didn't know, I just recently found out, was, I knew that there was an infinite number to go up, but you can actually go negative in Fargo.
Yep. You can have in theory, you can have a positive 2,000 or a positive negative 2,000.
Yeah.
I've actually seen somebody who had about 20 games in who just had a rough roll and hadn't won a game in there, and they were negative 1280.
Wow.
But that's also why we assign starter ratings.
Yes.
Because you have these raw data that's in there, and obviously somebody's not actually playing negative ability-wise, but until you get a true Fargo rating with the 200 games, the starter rating acts as a stabilizer. Like the ship on a sea, it keeps you it anchors you down so that it's not bouncing all over. And that's what the starter ratings are for until you actually get a full Fargo rating with 200 games. But we have players in the league that are established in the 100s and all the way up to 720 is the cap. We don't allow pros in the USA Pool League, so 720 is the highest that we can be.
Yep. Yes, Ramil, that is correct. Person who wins the game gets 14 points. Person who doesn't gets the balls of their suit that has been pocketed. They don't have to pocket them themselves. Man, you want to win by as big a point spread as possible, or as far as you want to let them win as few points as possible to get all the points for your team. It's pretty interesting. Did you come up with this, or is this something?
Oh, I would love to say that I was a genius behind it, but no. I actually, with the scoring concept of it, they took it out of a system that they had for a while with a different handicap system, but we just made the transfer over nationwide from an older rating system to Fargo January 1st. But the current scoring module and how we do it, Mike Page with Fargo rate had an awful lot to do with, and the calculations to make sure that the matches would come out right. And there were simulations after simulations after simulations done. And that's really paid dividends for everything.
And if you're not really familiar with Fargo rate and what it is it's based on what the chess world uses for ranking the chess players.
Yep, very similar concept, very similar philosophy. And it goes strictly, and the nice thing is it's strictly off performance. So there's no opinions, there's no prejudices or anything of that nature.
Yep.
And it just goes on how you perform. That was a great bank on the one ball.
Yeah, it was. He's pocketed one of his opponent's balls too, but now I don't know if he can cut this too in. I mean, it's linked to the, you got to get a bridge because it's so far away, and it's a thin cut.
That's a tough one, and if you do, you're kind of just letting the cue ball go as well.
Yeah. Don't like no bank on the 3. Can't see the 4. Can't see the 5. Can't see the 7.
Could almost see him playing safe and rolling up underneath the 11 ball.
He could actually maybe even play safe off of the other side of it. But, you know, he could if he decides to cut this ball in, the 2 ball in here. The cue ball's running right into that 3-13-5. It's a little bit risky because both of these players have shown the ability to run out.
Yes.
Nice shot.
Very good shot.
Okay, ball get below it. It got below the 10, so it has a pocket.
He had just opened up the table with that shot.
Yeah,
That was beautiful.
Completely opened. 3 ball. Cannot tell if it passes the 4. I really got to do
camera angle.
Yeah, I really got to do something about the colors here. Get in there and adjust them somehow. But yeah, it's really
every now and then we go Picasso.
Oh, look at this. A little
So
bit
he's going
better.
to play the 3 ball in the side pocket here to play shape for the 4. No, may actually take the 7 instead. That's a good play. It might be why I'm commentating and not playing.
Yeah, me too. Okay, that's the brightness. Bring it down a little bit.
Now the letters on your screen, that next match starting ASAP is just there by accident. That's not. This is obviously a live match.
Yeah. Oh, here I can get rid of that. Sorry, guys.
There we go.
Yeah, I switched camera angles and forgot that part was up there. There we go. Jacked up over the 8. Length of the table. Nice shot.
That was a great stroke. It's the most important thing when you're jacked up is just a straight, steady stroke.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5 balls out there. All right. 2 more to go to 50. And then another 14. 53. I can count.
Yes, you can.
I just can't count balls on the table. Oh, no, I can't count. I can add.
You can add, not count.
I can add, not count. Yes.
Looks like we might have a slight break in the action for something.
Yeah. Is it maybe they're throwing up another match? Is that other game? Nope. There's somebody just went and sat down at the table. That other one is still going too.
Yep. And one of the things people really like about the match play, I mean, how we do this is that you, instead of playing a round robin where you're playing everybody one game, you actually get a full match with somebody. And that's a format a lot of people like. So you get to play a full match out instead of just play a game and sit or play a game and sit.
Yeah.
In the sense, it's just an option. It's nice to have both options available for different leagues.
Well, and you know, anybody can win that one game on a given day.
Right.
So when you're playing a team event, it's not really who's the best players, together. It's who's the best singles at one game at a time.
Exactly.
Well,
and I remember we played a team 3 years ago here at the Rio in the BCA Open event. It was open. It was before they went to the gold. And out of 13 games, the team broke and ran to 8 games.
Wow.
And, that's a beautiful pool. You tip your hat to them. But it's nice to be able to have that retort in the alternate break and match play kind of format. So it's a little different feel. Obviously, I'm a little bitter.
Yeah. I like the, changing things up because it just seems like everything that, has been done before, and hey, that actually looks a whole lot better. And people are wanting something different, I think, from pool.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why it kind of fell off on TV. You don't see so much on, well, ESPN does. I don't know what it does anymore at all.
I haven't seen
That
pool on
sports.
ESPN for a long time.
Yeah. Well, you have to go to the Moscone Cup on ESPN, whatever number, that's,
Mm-hmm.
and it's only live, or it. That one is it live streamed?
I think it's live streamed on ESPN3. That's
Yeah.
their stream channel.
Yeah, and they also, the WPBA, the couple of tournaments that they have a year, live streamed. You don't see pool on TV anymore. So, it's nice to, something different that will maybe get a little bit of interest back into the sport again.
Absolutely. And that was a great break. Spread the table wide open.
Yeah, he did. There, I can actually tell that most of the ball colors now on this other table. I'm fiddling with the colors on our camera view, our overhead view, so that everybody can see the colors better.
It looks like I've noticed a lot of people have enjoyed the new seating that we have out there this year.
I was told that Mark Griffin actually bought that seating. It does not belong to the casino.
I can verify that because I personally helped move it in. It is really a nice first-class seating setup.
Yeah, there's armrest. It's, backs, the seats fold down. And yeah, it's really nice to have something like that set up. Ramil, I think I know that Jesse from Billiards 911 was supposed to be doing the USAPL out in the Seattle area when it first started up. But I'm not sure. You can go to USAPL.
PlayUSAPool.com.
PlayUSAPool.com and search and see. But I know Jesse from Billiards 911 was supposed to be starting one up there.
What was the question on that one?
Is there a USAPL league in the Seattle area?
And my geography in the Northwest is not good. I know off the top of my head that we do have the Puget Sound.
That's Seattle.
Yep. Okay. The Puget Sound is run by Diane Rama. The Puget Sound USA Pool League.
Well, there you go, Ramil. Yeah, Puget Sound is Seattle.
Excellent. So I'm assuming from this shot that the 11 goes by the 1 cleanly. Because it looks like he's going to try to play shape for that. But
yeah,
the 9 ball is going to be a trouble ball.
Yeah, he's going to try and leave himself the angle to come back across the table. That's nice. The 9 goes up in the corner, and he wants to be closer to the rail rather than he wants that left side angle for the 9 ball so that his cue ball can go forward, whether he has to go to the side rail and back over and play the 8. He can't, he hit it full, which widened up the angle that his cue ball came off of, but that's what he was doing. So either you roll it straight and play the 8 in the upper left-hand corner, or you go to the side rail and back to the end rail for it there. And he just hit the 11 a little bit fat. Now, Lanny?
Yeah, Lanny Lehman.
Lanny
Lehman of Oklahoma City.
Yeah. 2 balls really the only problem. It's the way these guys are playing. It should not be a problem. It comes up here in this, down here in this lower left-hand corner. I wouldn't be trying to miss the 9 and shoot it up in the corner. It's that 9 ball. It's just too close.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, if he can go here, he looks like he's going to shoot the 6 on the side. If he stops there and shoots the 1, he can go down, hit the end rail about where to the left side of the 8. No, he's decided he's going to shoot that 2 up in the corner. It mustn't be as close as it looks here on the screen. Oh, not a problem at all. He wants that ball to stop.
Well, he overrolled it a hair.
Yeah. Now you can float this ball in, take the little longer cut shot, or let the cue ball go around the table. Watch out, 11.
Well, there you go. That's what happens when you rub a ball.
Yep. He's going to, I think he just called the, oh, maybe not. He was kind of swinging his cue around. I couldn't tell if he was calling the cross table bank.
And that's one of the nuances of 8-ball. What happens to you when you slightly get on the wrong side of that ball? You know, all of a sudden you have to traverse an angle, you catch a roll, and it's so much harder.
Yeah, it is. I mean, this is everybody's. Oh, it's a game of inches, whatever. Now this is a game of millimeters. Being a 1/16 of an inch over one side or the other completely changes the angle of everything, and it literally is a game of millimeters. Does a ball take that extra little, that quarter of a turn, and you get the shot, or you're hooked? You know, so it's anytime you're rubbing into something you didn't plan on and stuff, it really does affect everything, and nowhere near as easy as a lot of people. You know, they look at it, oh, that's easy, pool's easy. Come play a weekly tournament one night and tell me this game's easy.
Exactly. If you're not named Shane.
Yeah.
That was unfortunate for Kirk.
Oh no. Wow. A re-gift.
That's the first opportunity. They've played very good pool. Just a couple mistakes, but that's the pressure you also get when you're playing in the national championships. It makes the little shots
on
a
the
little
live
bit harder.
stream table.
Absolutely.
Yep, that one's in. And I'd look for him to make these 2 balls here.
I do too.
He doesn't have to do anything except for make it. And then when, you know, things are that easy, it's just rolling straight over for you. He was really fortunate to get this game back. Pool gods were looking out for him there.
Well, and this one's going to put him on the hill now, too, because he's going to have less than 14 points needed.
He's going to go to 67. Over here, please. Thank you. And that was a 7 for the other team, yeah?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
There was no balls left on the table.
Right. And see, here's a classic example of why it's interesting and how every ball makes a difference. Because right now the score is that Kirk needs 6 balls to get to his race 2 number, but Larry needs 15. If Larry would have been able to make 1 more ball in 1 other rack, they both would have needed 14 and less, and it would be Hill, and the winner of this game wins the match.
Yeah.
Now Larry needs to win this game and another one.
You know, and that, you know what that is? That's the 1 ball that wasn't made on the break.
Yep, absolutely, you're right. When there was 1 break and run, the 1 difference between them.
Yep.
So when we talk about every shot counting in pool, and especially in this kind of a league scoring system, it is vital that you make every ball, every opportunity you can.
All right, well, let's see what Lanny's going to do here. I like the stripes too. That 3-4, just, I mean, you've got a couple of balls there, you can break it out. But, uh-oh. No, it's still open.
Yep.
BCA rules that it has to be a legally pocketed ball. Which
well, it looks here, if you shoot the 12 ball in, the 14 goes straight by the 5 ball, doesn't it?
It looks like it does. Like it has room to go between that 3, 4, 5, thread the needle.
Mm-hmm.
You draw a straight line to it, yeah, it's got plenty of room. And he could do, you know, shoot the 12, shoot the 15, and then the 4. Or he's going to play the 9 first.
Okay.
I'm not sure that this is what I would be doing, because for me, like, when you're trying to get rid of those 3 balls right there by the side pocket, that ball is there for just in case I get out of line.
Exactly. And he got all right shape, but he's going to have to go into the 14, which means he could make it not go.
Yeah. Yeah, he needs to be sure he hits it hard and hits, the
Yep.
underside of it. Is he going to elect to cut the 15 in instead? He'd bring the cue ball around the 3 rails. He wants to go behind the 1. Just barely ran into it.
Now strategy comes into play because technically he needs 2 more balls to win his set. Because right now he's made 5. Now, of course, they're going to have to play the game out still to manage the margin of victory aspect.
Yeah. So J1, J18. I'm sorry. I need to put my glasses on to read that screen over there. When it is Hill, I think is what the question was that you were just asking about with Jack. You win that game. He doesn't have to win another game on top of it.
Right. Hill, it's just the person to win the game. Then the points are out the window. It's the winner of that game that wins the match.
Yeah, and had he had 1 more point, they both would. It would have been, let's say it was 5-5 going to 6. It would have been a Hill, and whoever wins this game would have been the winner. But because he needs 15 points, this isn't a Hill game.
Exactly.
I hope that opens it, explains it or opens your eyes a little about it. I'm learning here too on the fly.
Well, it's a fun system. It just takes a little bit to get your hands on it, to get used to it. And it's a newer system out there for everybody.
Yeah. Everything's new until it's not.
And the importance now, even though Larry will have lost the match because Kirk has got the 6 balls that will get his number, but if Larry wins this game, he gets 14 points to reduce that margin of victory bonus for his opponent.
Which is however many you don't let them get towards their, like here, he's got 57.82. You did, subtract the 2, that total times 2 is what your 100 plus is. So every ball he makes is actually worth 2 points to his team.
And I've got to check myself. I can't do math at all either. I don't know where I got Hill on that. It's more than 15 points.
Yeah.
I was looking at this thinking that this was a 7-5.
Oh,
Look at the number. So my dyslexia was coming in.
Yep, see, it wasn't me this time.
So we can talk about pool, but don't talk about math. I can't talk about math.
All right, here we go. So this is, even though he's going to win this game here, this match is over.
Will be over.
Yeah, but for every ball here, he's,
And of course, we're going to want to confirm our scoring with the matches to make sure that they've got the same scoring we do, but yes.
So he gets 14 here, so he's actually saved his team 28 points.
Exactly.
But, yeah.
Well, they're continuing.
They're continuing.
They may have something else on here, so let's...
I think
someone may have just told them that the match is over. Yep.
So it's 73. Again, don't do that. He got to exactly 73. Which is going to become our team score. And this was 14, so that goes to 71.
71. And now, so what's going to happen here in the team score, we're going to, for Olson's team, since they won the match, he gets 100 points plus the margin of victory bonus. And the margin of victory bonus on this one would be 22, which is 11 times 2. So Team Olson has 122 points after that match. And then Ken Shooters gets the amount of points that were scored. So Ken Shooters will get 71 points.
So we're going to get 122. And this one is the 71.
Exactly.
Okay. We can do this. Easy peasy.
$71.
71.
Yep.
71. There we go.
Perfect.
And I'll zero out these other ones. And we'll figure out who the next up is. And as that other table is still going.
Yep, the other table's still going on right now.
Let me zero out these other ones here.
Or are they saying they have to play another game? Oh, no, they're talking about the game now.
We're going to have to find out who the players are for this next one.
And that's part of the strategy of it as well, because you alternate who puts up. So the first team that puts up, then somebody gets to counter with who they're going to put up against them to kind of get an idea for the ratings. And it goes back and forth between the teams that way.
That's decided by the flip at the beginning?
The flip, whoever's a home team, the visiting team puts up first. And so you win the coin to see who puts up first. And then, exactly.
All right, well, I'm going to at least put this on the other table until they figure out who is going to, and we'll just clear out this board because these people are not playing. Oh, I should probably get rid of the... That'll work. Yeah. Don't know who these players are. Tell you that we this is up at the table now is Team Olson. And let's see. He must be solids. He's just trying to bump it over there. He's just taking the pocket away from the 10 ball there. It was a nice shot.
Oh, yes.
I'm trying to see if that 10 ball goes all the way up in the corner past the 13.
That's what he's looking at right now, too. He may have just called the 13. That was a great shot. Made the 10-13 combo.
Oh, yeah. Wow. I wouldn't have been looking at that one. Yeah, I did get the color a little bit better on that other table.
I like that overhead view. That gives you a much better idea of where the shots go and the lines and whether balls go into pockets.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, thanks, Judy, for telling everybody go. Yeah, like the stream. The bring to you free is because of the amount of views and likes and stuff that we get. The sponsors like to see that. They continue giving money and things so that these streams can be brought to you free of charge. Go to badboys.tv. Like and follow them. Click the little bell. It will alert you as soon as we go live. While you're there, go to Railbirds Productions, my company. Like and follow us too. We bring you tournaments from the Midwest. You can also like and follow on Facebook. Join the Bad Boys Club. Chance to win prizes every month and the table giveaway at the end of the year. No, and he's just missed the 9 ball here. Okay, it looks like we still don't have matchup yet for the other table. These matches will run longer than like what you're used to for the BCA team events and stuff too, because of everybody they get to play a few games.
Mm-hmm. You have to play for some more games, and there's generally more games played in this through the 5 sets. You'll quite often see anywhere from 4 to 7 or 8 games as a max at a match. So if you have 5 of those and you have some longer races, you could play 30 games of pool sometimes.
Yeah, that's a lot of pool for a team event. It's a lot of games to get in. Up.
I just wanted to go find the link for ourselves, and so I can post it on the USA Pool League Facebook page.
There you go. Yeah. Yeah, if you go straight to it said badboys.tv, it'll take you straight to the YouTube channel.
Excellent.
I keep grabbing the mouse like it's going to do something for the laptop. All right, got a long, tough cut shot here on the 15 ball. I think I might just might bunt here. Lay the ball up.
That's not a bad play because the bunt puts the ball in play right up there by it too, and if you were to, definitely makes it much more challenging.
Yeah, no, and if you go for the cut, cue ball's running down table by the 8. If you miss it, you're apparently trying to get out of the farm business.
Mm-hmm.
And, this matchup has been going since the start of the other one, so it's probably pretty close to being over, too. And I don't know. They said they were going to come let me know soon. That is in the heart.
Oh, wow.
Nice effort.
I thought he made that.
Yeah, now here you got to do or die. It looks like he was looking at the angle for the kick as he was walking by there. Yeah, I think I'd have to be kicking the ball. Are they allowed? So there's no coaching in this?
There is coaching. You can call timeouts. You're allowed 1 timeout per game, 3 per set.
And it doesn't matter who uses them. Same guy can use all 3 different games.
Right. So each player gets 3 per set.
Oh, per set,
and a max of 1 per game.
Okay. So if you're playing a guy and it takes you 5 or 6 games, 3 of those games you can have a timeout in.
Exactly.
Okay, looks like we may have a matchup on the feature table. Go get our player names so we can get you the...
Excellent, then I can get the races for us.
The races. I'll be right back.
Well, that was a very tight leg.
Matthew Broom and James Jillian.
James Jillian and Matthew Broom. Let me do some quick calculations here.
Yeah, Matthew Broom, James Jillian.
Pen.
Oh, yeah, right here. Sorry about that. There you go.
James Jillian is a 521 in Fargo.
Okay. And which is which team?
James Jillian is with Ken Shooters.
Okay.
Yeah, and Matthew Broom is a 565 with Team Olson.
I think that's where I'm at is right now, Team Olson. And we'll have the points for in just a second.
And so Team Olson, Matthew Broom with Team Olson is going to 82 points.
82.
And James Jillian with Ken Shooters is going to 69 points.
All right, 82 to 69 race.
Mm-hmm.
And hopefully they'll get me the updated team. Looks like that other one is over. Match is over on the other table as well now. Just rattled that ball. All right, so James has got solids.
Mm-hmm.
They're all laying pretty good. I just got to get either below the 1 for the 4 or get on the 1 first for the 4 to get to the 4. It looks like he may have a shot on the 5 to push forward for it. He was getting to the going to the 7 there.
Seemed like you shot that a hair quick.
Yeah. Yeah, got to get settled in. First
yeah, absolutely.
game.
First game on the stream table
Mm-hmm.
in Nationals.
Well, yeah, and it makes for a long day too. They were actually running behind.
Mm-hmm.
Ken Shooters. This was a noon match, and I think it was like after 1 o'clock when we finally got started. So they've been playing a little bit. Sounds like they had a tight match, the last match, for it to go that long.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you remember the first year I ever played the BCA Nationals? First time I came to a tournament of this size, it was at the Riviera in the back room. And there were about 120 tables in there.
Mm-hmm.
10 people on for every 2 tables, and I knew that all 4,000 eyeballs were watching me.
Yep, of course they were. Every one of them.
Yeah, no, it's a different experience.
Well, there you go. This should be a nice little run out here
Mm-hmm.
by James. Not James. This is
this is Matthew Broom. Matthew
Yeah.
Broom. That's a 14-2.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That is a 14-2. All right. Well, I like this, getting some education on the new stuff that's going around. I really like to know what's happening in the pool world and, in general. And we moved out to Michigan almost 3 years ago, and I kind of not up to speed on everything that's going on now. When we were in the bigger city, more involved and stuff, was more up on everything. And it's been 3 years, so.
Well, it's always great to be able to catch up, and that's one of the fun things with the national championships is when you get to come and see everybody that you may not have seen for a little bit, and it's seeing what's new with it, because some things have changed significantly.
And now, this is called a national championship, but I know for a fact that there are BCA leagues all over the world.
You're very right.
I 1 year played Scotch doubles, played a couple that was from Ireland. I know there are teams that come over from Japan and Taiwan and all of these other places. So this is, even though it is called nationals, it's a world event.
And I don't know, do you know this, that is actually the changing next year?
No, I didn't.
Yeah, the changing is a change. We're going to release our new tournament poster for the 2017-2018 league year, and it is going to be now the World Championships, because you're very correct in saying that we have 4 different Canadian provinces at play in the BCA Pool League, and I want to say there's either 13 or 14 different countries that are represented.
Yeah, you know, and so it's, you know, as I said, nationals is kind of it's kind of shrinks it down a little bit than what it really is. I mean, nationals is big, but this is really the worlds of the amateur pool players.
This is one of the things I love about watching 8-ball is just seeing how people decide to work the patterns when you have clusters.
Yeah. Now he's trying to see if he can shoot the 3 here, or is he going to play the 6 off of the back of the 3? That's what he was looking to see, if that 6 goes off the back of the 3. And he's got some problems with the set. Well, he had problems with the 7. Not anymore.
Oh, wow.
And now the 6-3 is pretty lined up. You have to be sure that when you hit it, that the 4 goes to the rail and past the 11.
Right.
Or just draw off of it so you'd never even hit the 4. Oh, and well, he's made the 11 and all of his balls are on the table. That makes this end of the table a little bit funny here for him. You got to play pretty pinpoint position to get the 4.
Yeah, those balls on that bottom rail are going to be tough and solid. So
yeah, he's got his work cut out for him now.
I definitely have to tip the advantage to James, besides the fact that he's a shooter.
Yeah, he's gonna shoot the 14 to stop, but now he's left him on this 7 ball.
Yeah, that might be the right angle to get on something.
Yeah.
You could possibly play shape for the 3-6 combo.
And I think he's going to have to play this combination. He just called the 6. Nice shot. Bounce off the rail a little bit. And the 8 does clear the 15. So it does go into this lower right-hand corner. Which is to stop. Now he doesn't have a whole lot of angle here, but he can hit the far left side. I would be playing the far left side of 3. Oh, he drew it back nice.
That was a great stroke.
Yeah, what's it? He's
a 565.
565. He plays he plays nice position. 5 balls left, so that's another 14. Bring your score to 7-28. Okay. Now, when you do league, it's run the same way, so you're getting more games in your league to get your established Fargo rate faster too.
Exactly. And the great thing with our league management system is when the league manager puts in the scores after your league match, the next night it gets updated automatically into Fargo rate, so you can see instant results of your performance.
Oh, that's awesome. I love instant gratification.
That was a fantastic break.
Yeah, everything just it like exploded. So I think only because of the 9 ball and then the 10-11. It's a pretty, or the 10-13 there, pretty easy combination, but you want to avoid them. So I think it looks like he's taking stripes. I would take solids. The 9 ball only goes into 1 hole, I think it does. I don't think it passes the 8 down here.
Yeah, the 9's going to be the deciding factor in whether he gets out. I liked your idea of solids with this one, but
yeah,
we'll see how he handles this, unless it goes by the 8.
Yeah, or is he calling? He's calling the 14 over there.
Oh.
Yeah, I didn't think. I'm looking at it of the overview and everything, and did not think that 9 would go past there. That 4 straightened it up. Look at this. That works.
Yes.
Sometimes the table figures itself out for you.
I don't remember it doing that for me.
Yeah. For me, it always seems to happen to my opponents, but, you know.
It's amazing how we remember it that way.
Yep, of course. Uh-oh, he wants this ball to slow down. I wonder if he can bank the 9 ball past the 4.
Well, looks like what he's calling.
Yeah, it's. I think he's going to have to stiffen it up some. Hit it long, but stiffen it up so it comes off straight. Yeah, because that 4 ball was pretty big there. Yeah, and Matthew just roll that ball in. Probably do the same with the 2. Just roll it in, leave himself a shot on the 5. He could even come up further, and that's what he was doing. He was trying to come up and take care of some of this problem here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you look like he was trying to address that middle congestion aspect.
Yeah. Yeah, it's balls that are next to holes on the rails. They really have designated pockets. When you get something like this 6 ball out in the middle of the table, now you have to pick what pocket it goes into.
Yes.
And you have to play shape that. And it seems like it's easy because it's out in the open. It can go anywhere, but it can go anywhere. Yep. And the balls that are out in the middle of the table are a lot harder to play position on. He's back cut. Look at this.
He cut the daylights off that ball.
Man.
I don't know if he got rewarded for it.
Yeah. If he can, he's cutting this ball down the rail.
And that's what he's called. That was a remarkable cut shot, but just didn't get any break on that.
Vermeil's telling me I scored it wrong. That the score should be 28-4 now, and I added 4 to 3. But
I had 2. I didn't get that last one. You want me to go poke my head on the score sheet?
Yeah,
confirm?
sure.
All right, one moment.
Oh, but now I just, that was a 14-6.
It was 2-2-6. It should be a total of 10. Total of 10 for 10 shooters. We knew that last game.
Okay. And another 14 there. So it'll be, score will now be 10-42.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, I said 4, and then I said the 4 in my, my brain, and I added 4 instead of just changing it to 4. 10.
And that's a common theme when we play league on a regular basis. Usually after each game, you'll get the team captains just to confirm scores to each other.
Yeah.
Make sure everyone's on the same page. Here's a breakout shot for the 8 ball who shoot off the 5, but
Yep, and 13 will probably follow the. Oh, he was trying to play it off of it. I thought if he went forward with it, played the 7, the cue ball goes forward, hits the 8, knocks the other ball in the hole, maybe. No, not a problem, Emil. I appreciate you keeping up for me. So I'm trying to learn all kinds of stuff here as it's going on, and trying to keep score and all that other stuff. And I think before the next one goes up, I'm going to get an update on the team totals too. because this is being done on 2 tables, so I don't know what the score was on the other table.
I should have killed 2 birds with 1 stone and looked what I was there. I didn't.
Yeah, we didn't talk about it, so it wasn't on your mind. Man, this guy cuts the ball really good. It's something I like to pay attention. When you're playing somebody, you come to nationals, you don't know, you might know some people, you played them once or something before somewhere. But I'm watching the first game or two to see what shots they like to take, to see what shots they don't want to take. You see them, it's like you looking at the table, okay, well, I would shoot this, and they kind of shy away from it. And so that I know, if I'm going to try to play a safe or something, what they like to shoot and what they don't like to shoot. And if you're not trying to gauge and judge your opponent, you're doing yourself a disservice.
I got a guy over here that says, in USA Pro League teams, if the other team doesn't disclose that they got a player not here that's going to forfeit, that they automatically lose the entire match.
One moment, I just need to go answer a question for the USA Pro League. I'll be right back.
Okay. It's 5 ball for a nice little easy shape to the 8. Yeah, sorry, there's not a whole lot of talk of the match of the actual pool playing going on here, because trying to get myself familiar with and everybody out there that's watching this scoring system and everything that's going on. So we got another 14 for Team Olson and 4 for Team Ken's Shooter, which would bring our score to 14. To a 56. And we got Team Olson to break. Uh-oh, he's scratched. Yeah, busted him open pretty good, but scratched on the break. And it looks like I'm getting a team total for y'all too.
So while I was over there, I did just check in, and Team Olson won the match on the other table as well. They got 114 points in that match.
So we're adding 114 to this one. So that would be 236.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, man. And Ken's Shooters got
51 points.
51 to, that's 126.
122.
122. Okay. I'm going with what he said. Yep. Right now, just gotta turn to see. It looks like the 7 goes in the corner past the 14. So he's just gonna roll this 3 ball in here. I'm pretty sure it's the 3, not the 5. And if the 7 does go, he'll just roll this ball in, and it must not. And he's tried to come back over to play it in the same corner here. But if he makes this, he's spinning out around to get this 8 in the same corner is a pretty big ask with all of that traffic.
He tried to hold that up with inside English.
Yeah, and now he's going to kick he's called the 8 for a kick in the upper left-hand corner. That's pretty close.
It was a good hit.
Yeah, I mean, he didn't do any lining up, checking his angle, nothing. That's pretty nice hit. For some people have the ability to just walk up there and see that angle, and other people have to use 3 or 4 systems to figure out where to hit the ball. That's a nice shot. Nice line to the 9 to get rid of this problem down here at the end of the table.
James is showing a nice touch.
Yeah, he's a good player.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's just looking to see what ball he wants to go to next. He's going to go to the 13 next. So he would like to shoot the 12 after this to get... Oh, no, he's shooting 10 now. That's a good shot. Oh, just made that.
He wiggled that one in.
Yep. Coaxed it in the hole. So now I'd probably want to shoot the 15 just because it seems to be the easiest shot for me. But for him, he liked that 12 ball, so he handled it no problem. Definitely knows his way around a pool table. 2 rail up the line for the 13. He's not crossing his line of angle. He's coming up it like he's supposed to. Definitely somebody who's spent some time learning the game. And not just sitting out there hitting balls. He's spent time learning this game.
Right. That's a fun thing when I see people playing 8-ball, whether you can tell whether they're a natural 8-ball player, that they know the game and understand the strategy of 8-ball,
yep,
versus whether they just maybe play other games and coming to play it. And you can tell James plays 8-ball.
And that 14 is going to put James on the hill. And that's a 14-7. So 21. Another 14 puts this up to 70. Now James needs to win this game for this match to be over, because he needs 12 points to win this set.
Right.
And Ken needs all the rest of them. Or no, Ken. His name isn't Ken. That's a team name.
James.
Then it would be after these two that are playing, there's only one more matchup to play.
Right. Because the fourth match, which is going on the other table, I believe, is in their second game.
Yeah. So, you know, it's going twice as fast as it appears to be for what you guys are seeing. Yeah, I think I'm pretty happy with the way I've got the colors on there. I've been messing around with them back and forth, trying to get it, and I think that's about as good as it gets. At least everything isn't completely yellow anymore.
No, you can see the colors of the balls on that upper screen too. So
yeah. Uh-oh. Well, that's his hole.
Yeah, playing one pocket.
Yep, that's my hole now. And Matthew can say, not anymore. Cut this 12 into the 4. You can call the 12. Cue ball's going to come break up his problem ball there, which is it the 11 or the 13? It's sitting. It's the same color as the 3 ball sitting right next to it. That'd be the 11 ball. He's calling the 12 with the 4.
That was a well played shot.
Yep. Now, if the 14 goes, he can shoot the 14. And the 11 goes in the side pocket, so he could just shoot the 14, roll it up. He could even, leave it for like a breakout ball, where you just shoot the 14, bump the 6, 8. 8 goes over into the opening there. He's rolling up for the 9 ball next. Looks like he's going to work his way down to that down to this 11 ball. Yeah, he's got really good cue ball control.
He does. That was an aggressive shot that he just played there.
Yeah.
And knowing that you're going to be able to get in that window.
Yep, 10 ball. And he may go to the 11 now, because he was having to rub that 5. He can push the 8 over, end up perfect on the 14 to get on the 8.
Yep.
This was a really nice pattern here. I hope he completes it. These 2 balls for the set.
That was a great out.
Used every bit of the hole, but that was a great out, great match. So we got 2 more balls made, which would bring that to 23.
Mm-hmm.
So that's 46.
40. Yes. Wait.
Yeah, if that goes to 23, that's a 46 ball difference. So that's a 92 point.
Yes, thank you. You got my mind in purgatory.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, it's all kinds of numbers. Let's see, 92, 312,
428.
428. Oops. Uh-oh. I don't know if it'll go up there right now because I got rid of something. Nope. Where's the boss man? Where'd my husband go? I can figure out what it is, though. Okay, that's what I thought it was.
There you go.
I got it. You got it? I got it. I'm like, okay, what did I accidentally took off one. Nope, that's not it. Where is it? There it is. That's this one. That one there.
There you go.
Now it's right. And this was 23 more?
23. So it'd be
155.
Yep,
No, 45.
145.
145.
Uh-oh, I better go over there.
Yep, I got it. I'll play a couple commercials for Bad Boys here. For those of you in the Pacific Northwest traveling to, know people there, want to go play anything pool, the Snoqualmie Casino. It is in the mountains just outside of Seattle. The Snoqualmie 8-ball open. They had the 9-ball in January of this year. This will be twice a year events. Go check it out. You were watching Bad Boys TV. Like and follow us on Facebook. Like the YouTube channel. Helps keep us bringing you the free streams. I'm not sure who's up next. I have to get that from the teams. They pick who's up next, and they should only have each team 1 player left to shoot. I think Jack will get that information when he comes back and get me the race 2. Yep, and there is another game going on the other table. put you over there for a minute so you got something to watch while we're waiting for the next matchup. And I'll be leave you guys alone for just a second. I'll be right back with the next ones. Now this matchup here is a 44-65. I have no clue of the running tally, and they will not be, because each team is carrying extra players, so they want to see how this match ends. I guess the other team does before they throw their last setup. And, you know, to my calculations, there's really nothing you can do at this point to come back from the deficit that they are at.
Really, it's a significant one. It all depends on how it comes up. This match is important on if the score, because if they had a huge margin of victory bonus, it would be the one way to do it.
Yeah, but you can't. It's 44-65 race. You can't make up. But you can in two matches.
Right.
So maybe you want to pick, you know, somebody who's got a low number. But the actually pretty sure it is Ken's shooter's turn to throw a player. And then we'll, hopefully know shortly here who it is that's going to be. Okay, we got a dry break. Man, I wish I knew these people's names. I'm sorry, guys. I'm slacking. I said this whole thing is new to me. We're getting there.
Let's see if we can figure something out.
Well, we know which team is which.
She's
so
on Team Olson.
She's on Team Olson, yes, and he is on Ken's Shooters.
So this is Athena Flemmer.
Athena, okay.
She is a 346. I can deduct that because there's only one female on their team, one woman on their team.
Uh-oh. No. Yeah. So as soon as I've got action on that other table, I'll go back to it. I don't want to just leave you guys sitting here with nothing, with an empty table.
Still think one of my favorite things about this event, the USAPL and the BCAPL national championships, and we're talking future world championships, but is that we get to play with all the best amateurs in the world, but you also get to play right next to the best pros as well.
Yeah.
And then we have in our streaming pit, there's 4 tables, and you've got 2 USA Pool League matches here. Next to it's a Scotch doubles match in BCA, and the next match over has Alex Pegalion playing on the table.
Yeah, that is actually the finals of the 9-ball challenge going on. Alex is on the point. And I didn't see who is Alex playing. I'm trying to see who the other player is, and I don't even see him over there to see who he is playing. I can pull it up on my phone. I've got it. I think I've got it open, link, to see who Alex is playing. Got to get back to the proper screen because I'm in the USAPL screen. Pardon me. Nine-ball challenge. There it is. Oh, that's right. Right, let's see. There we are. Alex Pegalion is playing Lee Van Cortez. That was also the point match.
Oh, there he is.
Yeah, standing over there. Yeah. You can go and watch, Blaine, you can go and watch that stream. It's the
CSI, Q Sports International.
Yeah, on YouTube. It's on the YouTube, not on their page.
Right. Actually, I believe you can go to playcsipool.com to get a link to it.
Yeah, but if you go to YouTube and just search for this, look for the CSI channel, you will find it. That is where that match is at right now. All right, and got another game 1 over here. We haven't started over on this other table. Up, they're starting on the other table. Let me go see who this matchup is, and we'll be right back. I'll be right back with you.
Well, thank you, everybody, for tuning in. I appreciate having the opportunity to talk to people about the USA Pool League. It's a fun new league product, especially with the Fargo rate rating system that we incorporated as of January 1st. Fargo rate really gives us a great rating system to be able to accurately put people into the right matches to be able to have play even matches with all of the competition that's out there. To find a league in your area, go to playusapool.com. That's playusapool.com.
Okay, so we've got Ricky Deacons and Dickie Betts. Ricky is on Team Olson. Ricky's going to 33, and Dickie is going to 38. Oops, which team am I changing right now? I don't remember.
Oh, you're Ken shooters.
Okay. And this one's 33. There you go. That is where we are at. So this is Dickie at the table. And she's taking solid. She's got solids. That turned out nice.
Mm-hmm. She was able to break that out and get those balls loose off the rail.
Yeah, I think I'd shoot the one ball. And because if you shoot the 5, I don't know, maybe she shoots the 5. The 5 is a little bit tougher shot, but maybe she clears that 8 ball out. And she wasn't ready to do it yet. I'm not going to break them up for you quite yet. Okay, and
Rick just missed the 15 ball on the side.
oh,
Dickie's got a shot on the 1 ball here.
yeah, let's see. What do you shoot from here?
Well, there's nothing fun.
Yeah, no, the 6 looks like it goes. The 7 is pretty close, but it looks like it goes. Yeah, 7 goes also. And that may be what she's going to shoot at. Hey.
What happened to the color there?
I don't know. I fixed
had
it
it
over.
good.
But look at it over there.
Right. I don't know.
That is no bueno. I'm off of that. Sorry, guys. Fix it on one computer. It looks great. The other one, it doesn't. Huh, it's changing it on this one, but not on the other one.
Yeah.
That is strange. Okay. We will take this back to default. All right, 15 down. I think Rick's going to have to shoot this 9 ball.
That worked out well for him.
Yeah. Oh, got a little frog in my throat or something. Yeah, now what do you do? Yeah, I might be tempted to. I know it's the first game. I actually have a little information on, like, you can take into account too when you're going up. You know what their person's Fargo rating is, so you know what kind of player they're on. Rather than trying to kick it, she hit the 9 on the way out, so this is not a good hit. That 9 ball moved. Just break out that 7.
Mm-hmm.
Because he's probably not going to run 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 balls on you.
Right.
Yeah.
You get a little bit of insight to who you are and who you're playing, and that's very true.
Yeah. Another ball down. And I know that when I went over there, they were giving me the Fargo rates, but I'm like, because they already had the what the race was, and the points race was. I didn't look at him, but he said that Rick's Fargo rate is 300 and something.
Okay.
And that tells you a lot about who will play. When you look at the 300, the 400, the 500, 600. To the 720, those are the big jumps in people's ability. If you know anything about the Fargo rate. And
one thing with Fargo is generally about every time there's a 100-point gap between ratings, it usually means that somebody is a level ahead. Like they're twice as good in essence with the system. Yep. So as you get up in the system and you work through it, the difference to how they play is 100 points is twice again as good.
Yeah. That's a big difference in a play where, if you're looking at it, it's infinity numbers. It may not seem like that to you, but it is. It's a completely different class of player. Oh. Well, I think you just roll this combination in, and or not. I don't think I'd play the combination. What do you do with the 13?
The 13 is kind of a trouble ball, but right now it's actually your friend because it's tying up the 7 ball.
Yeah, absolutely. Rail first makes the 14. Well, I think if you're going for making balls, you got to pocket the 9.
He's shooting the bank probably here.
Now, is your teammate allowed to call timeout, or do you have to?
No, your teammates are allowed to call timeout. So anybody on your team does, but before there is communication between the two of you, a timeout has to be called.
Okay.
I call it safe then.
He's calling safe.
That's a very good play.
Yep, laying it up for a breakout ball, trying to, maybe. And if Dickie can't see the 6 ball, she may have to be shooting at the 7. He's trying to force her to break this up.
Mm-hmm.
Now one more rail and it was going. Maybe. And this leaves Rick a decent shot here at getting this game. This is the first game of this this race. Push it up, let the 7 stop it. Now, see if he'd have hit that as full as he needed to, he'd have hit that 7 a little bit fuller. Cue ball would have stopped right there for the 13. And now that this brings Dickie to the table. She can cut the 6 ball in, let the cue ball go running around the table. 3 rails, you need to catch the 4th rail. And she's just going to cut it in and
So you're just playing for the tough cut here.
Yeah, kind of taking what the table gives you. She would have had to hit that ball really hard to catch that 4th rail and come underneath the 9, 13 for the 7. And that's something you'll see the players too who are like used to playing on the 9-foot tables. That shot doesn't bother them. They'll shoot it all day long, running around the table. The people that play on the bar tables, more often than not, you're going to see them just take that little roll up and take the longer shot.
It's all about what you're familiar with, what you're comfortable with.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the things I love about the USA Pool League is when we do have a skill level cap, so we have to, teams want to be under that 2,500 cap, the 500 per player number. You get a good mix of players at the beginning and the experience, because we saw earlier in the match where one of the players had some really good outs and patterns.
Mm-hmm.
And you can kind of see as Rick, who's more of a new player in this with a lower Fargo rating, you can see he's learned some things from playing with his teammates.
Yes.
And pick some things up. And that's the best way to grow our game, is to be able to share the knowledge. So getting the players mixed up on the teams and playing with multiple different skill levels is really one of the goals that we strive for.
Yeah, and I think more players are willing to give up information now and teach people than they were years ago. It was like, well, if you want to learn, you better go get your, your paycheck and come back and see me.
Exactly.
Then I can teach you some stuff.
Right.
But now more players are willing to, and when you have the teams, because the quality of your players, your teammates' play affects you, you want to help them.
Exactly. And you see in a shot like that, he played the shot where if he hits it and makes it, he may have a shot on the 8-ball, but he's not going to give up a shot. And that's a high-level shot for a beginning player.
Yes, it is. And here she's just like, you're not leaving me a shot, I'm not leaving you a shot. I think I'd bank the. I don't want to. You don't want to bank the 9. Bank the 9 towards this bottom left-hand corner, and let the cue ball go down and use the 8 as the blocker.
I think that's a smart shot. Just play the cue ball up towards that top left corner off the rail.
Yeah. Well, you're almost anywhere on the upper left quadrant of the table. She's hooked. That 8-ball is a really big ball, and he's just going to block the hole. Oh, look at this. And snugged up on the 8. I think he was just trying to take away the hole, but he got a bonus.
Yes, he did.
And, oh, look at this. She could see it to make it.
I didn't think she could see that whole ball.
Yeah, it looked like she was snugged right up on that 8. Now, the tester. Shoot the 8 in the side, jacked up over the 9. Watch out for that upper left right-hand corner pocket. And she's made it.
It's a 14-6 win.
A 14-6 win for
Dickey with 10 shooters.
Yep, I'm looking at the numbers. Who needed them more? There we have it.
We still have the match going on the other table as well. We don't have a score update over there, but
Oh, the other side, table 3. Here we go, Dickey to break. She uses the side break, but she's contacting the 1 ball and not the second ball. The head ball, not the second ball. To use the side break and not hit the second ball.
Yeah, the second ball usually gets a different spread, and you can quite often make that ball across the corners or into the side into different areas. Hitting the head ball, you quite often get some more clusters with this because they don't tend to spread as well from the side.
Well, yeah, if you're doing the side cut break, yeah, if you're doing like what the break box that they used to have,
right.
From there a head break breaks them out really evenly. If you're going from the side, you want to break them out evenly. The theory is, or with every anybody who is big into pool, is the second ball hit.
Right.
Hi Ben Metal, I see you're back. This is this is 8-ball team event. This is not the BCA PL. This is the USAPL.
You have the USA Pool League and the 8-ball mixed national championships. Now, one of the other things that I really like about using Fargo Rate is a rating system that has no idea who you are as a person, just as a player. So they don't know if you're a man or a woman. So men and women play on an equal scale with this. So you'll find a lot of these teams are mixed men and women. There's not a lot of intimidation because sometimes people don't want to do some different things in gender.
Yeah.
I really think that we're going to see a lot of different growth through this, and that in the true competition of it, you should be able to play anybody in the game of pool and an even game in a handicap race.
Yeah.
So there's all sorts of things that it brings to it.
Well, and the more you even out the games, it's causing everybody to raise their median game.
Exactly.
And which is going to again further pull and for the better.
Absolutely. No, there's a lot that it does to promote the improvement and the openness of the game. You know, showing that how people play, what you do, and where you can be in tournaments. But to really make it fair and equal for everybody, for beginners, experienced players, kids, adults, everybody. You know, it sees you as a performance, how you perform, not who you are.
Yeah, and how you perform against who.
Right.
And so another
Exactly.
if you're not familiar with Fargo rate, or you have a Fargo rate but you don't know how it works, and you look at it one day, today you're a 501, you don't play a tournament, and next week you're a 497. How in the world did that happen? Well, people you have played
Are playing.
have competed.
Exactly.
And it is, when I go and play, if you've played me and I do well, your Fargo rate changes.
Right.
Because you have played me.
And it depends on how you play, and it shows it as you improve as a player, and especially more in the immediate sense, because a game played today is worth more than a game played 6 months ago in the system. So it has a different aspect to it, so you get more game weight, or more weight for those games, I should say, in that sense. And if you play a player that's particularly, say, a newer player who doesn't have a heavily established Fargo rating, they may have a little bit more movement in theirs, and as they get established and developed and Fargo rate gets a good picture of who they are, it will show a better portrayal of who you are as a player too, because of the match you played them.
Yeah, but the more matches we get on everybody, and you don't have to come, it doesn't have to be this national event or your regional BCA, USAPL, whatever. You can take your weekly pool league, put it into Challenge, get a hold of Mike Page and say, hey, I have all of these tournaments.
Absolutely.
Can I get them to you? Your weekly tournament, your monthly tournament, whatever it is you got going on in your pool room. If you want this to truly be accurate, get everything you have to Mike.
And challenge.com is a site I use for the tournaments I run here in Las Vegas with everything. It's a great site. It's a free site. And what I like about it, one, is it gives you the ability to show and copy the links. And see everything that we're going with it.
Yeah.
But also, too, when you post and share the link on Facebook, it also shows that it's public accountability for those matches, that they're legitimate matches. And that's one of the things Fargo Rate does require, that the matches would be posted on some sort of social media for some sort of public scrutiny.
Yes.
To make sure everything's legitimate with the matches.
Yeah, not me just going in there and putting people in saying, oh, so-and-so played so-and-so, so-and-so played so-and-so, and falsifying stuff.
Exactly.
They want to know that this event actually happened.
So, no, if you want to get your local room tournaments, it doesn't have to be handicapped. It doesn't have to have anything to do with Fargo Rate, but the data can go into Fargo Rate. Somebody's happy.
Alex is trying to liven up the crowd a little bit, it seems like.
Alex is always good at bringing a smile to faces.
Yeah, break the tension in the room. Everybody's why so serious?
Oh, I miss Heath Ledger.
Oh, he was just amazing. There'll never be another one like him. Andrew, if that is a legitimate question, a blind draw double. Everybody shows up who wants to play in the tournament, pays their entry fee. The house then puts, either gives everybody a number, puts everybody's name in a hat, draws 2 names. Those guys play together. Draw the next 2 names. They play together. That would be blind draw doubles. Now, is being that it is stated as doubles and not Scotch doubles, it is probably shoot till you miss and not every other shot, which is what Scotch doubles is.
That's what I would assume.
Yeah. With that description, that would be what I would expect the tournament to be. All right, he's got an opening here to get a couple more of these balls off of the table, but this 12-14-2 is just not pretty at all. And I don't
she's
think
got a shot on the 9 ball here that can break those up.
I don't think either of them's really in a big hurry to break it up. Oops, what did I miss? All right. Let's see if that other one, yep, I'd see him over there at the table. The other one is still going as well on table 3.
Mm-hmm.
What's the score with Alex? Do you know? Oh, it's up there on the screen. It is 2-4 in favor of Alex. Okay. I think Dickie's going to shoot up. She was shooting the 14 up in the corner and just caught it a little bit fat. I think she kind of swung at it a little quickly there, too.
I think she did. She looked like she was going a little quick.
Lee must have done something, or Alex, somebody did something.
Lee made a combo on
combo
the 8-9 combo to get it to 3-4. And Alex made a jest with some things, which he's so good at doing.
Yeah. Well,
there aren't many people that have as much fun playing good pool as Alex does.
He is so good for the game. He's infectious and inspiring, and yeah, to watch. It's anybody that has that much joy in it, winning or losing.
Exactly.
Is just an inspiration and an asset. Trying to figure out, he wearing a shirt yesterday, or what was it, that said, or he's wearing one today, lionize your game. Is he doing clothing products now, or is he giving lessons and selling tutorials or something like that?
I don't know. I had not noticed that.
Yeah, that's what the back of his shirt says, lionize your game. Anybody out there in the internet world know the answer to that? Oh, I just barely missed that in the side. And look, he had a nice shot on this 2 ball had he made that. And if Dickie can win this game here, it'd put her on the hill.
Yes.
So Rick really needs to win this game. As far as points for the team, it's not that major for him to win, but for somebody that's coming up like this guy here is and stuff, getting that that win for your team, whether they need it or not, is so good for their confidence.
Yes, it is.
To know that I can come with it. They can rely on me, and and that's gonna build him up again, and with all the stuff that they're teaching him too. Getting in here and competing at these levels and stuff, getting over your nerves, learning how to win.
Learning how to win is the biggest obstacle in pool. You can learn how to make shots, but being able to close out a game, close out a match, those are things that you really, really need to understand to advance your game.
Yeah, Alex is having a lot of fun over here. Let me see. Get you guys a view of all the spectators sitting around. Watching out this finals over here. There you go. Our bleacher seating purchased by Mr. Mark Griffin. There's everybody sitting around watching Alex. There's Alex in his chair there. Lee at the table. Looks like there's some open seats over there. Come sit down and watch.
That's one thing you don't hear this year is people stumbling up bleachers.
Oh, that's so nice.
Spider.
Yeah. Back and forth, and too far.
Yeah, going to give himself a tough shot on the 8-ball here.
At least bounce off the rail so he can cue at it. There you go. And I think he might be taking his time out here. Looked like he called a timeout.
Run down to Starbucks. I'd bring you something if I could.
But you can sit in next match, and then I can wander for a little while.
Yeah, but another 2 hours left on this match?
No, this is the last one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and I do like that we're getting the 9-ball challenge in. We're getting the Scotch doubles in. We're getting the US for the BCA. We're getting the USAPL team stuff in.
Yep.
They CSI got in a juniors match. They got in a wheelchair match.
Excellent, excellent.
So you guys are getting to see everything that is going on here. Be a little bit of variety of everything. All of the matches brought to you are not going to be professional matches. The players are not going to be run-out shooters.
It's just watching fun pool.
It's watching pool and supporting it. If this is a sport that you love, even if you only go in for just a minute, hit the like button, support pool.
And this is a classic example of seeing how the coaching actually, it's helping him, shows what he's doing, talking to him through it. But it's a way of teaching and learning about the game.
Well, yeah, and here's one thing, a lot of times you'll find you ask for a timeout for a coach, and all of a sudden it becomes a lesson.
Yes.
And you can't shoot it for them if it is what you're telling them to do is not within their capabilities. At that moment, especially at this national level,
right.
You shouldn't be asking them to do it. If you're going to go coach somebody, know what their capabilities are. If they're on your team, you've been playing with them. Work out with them before you come to a tournament like this, and work with their, things where they're having problems. But don't try to give them something to do that they are incapable of doing because you're not shooting that shot.
No, you always have to go with who you're playing with, and that was always a hard part for me when I was playing on some teams where you could coach. Is somebody would ask me a shot, and I would see it how I shoot it.
Yeah.
And that's not necessarily going to help somebody else.
Yeah. Well, and here's something for the lesser players. You've got ball in hand. You have trouble balls on the table, but you have open balls. Call the coach when you have many choices where they can coach you through breaking stuff out. If you call somebody to the table because now you're hooked, you have nothing to shoot at, it is harder for them to help you because you're not capable of shooting stuff. So call before you get into trouble.
You brought up such a beautiful point there. I was actually talking with Mike Page about something of this just the other day, and he was talking about how so many people love getting lessons on banks and kicks and cut shots and everything. And one of the things that people really sometimes need to get a lesson on is how to play ball in hand.
Yeah, or when to call a timeout.
How to start an out. How to start a run.
Absolutely.
It's because if you start the run properly and you can get the right shape, it makes everything else so much easier.
Yeah, it's which ball is the easiest one to start with. Do you have a problem ball that you should be starting with? Do you have a way to break out that problem ball? Picking your out ball, which would be the ball before the 8. Learning how to do that properly is something that a lot of people don't do. They just run out and whatever ball it is, it is. But yeah, they're really good point. Learn where to start a run out and how to get through it.
Yes.
We got basically a tie game as far as the points earned score here.
Yep, the difference between the two is tied on the points earned, but the difference in the 5 points in the spot means that Rick is on the hill technically with needing 13 points,
Yep.
and Dickie needs 18 points.
Yep. So if he wins this game, he wins the set. And this is the last matchup. This is the 5th matchup for the team. So once this is done, this match is over. I'm not really sure who or what kind of match we will have next, but there will be something coming for you shortly after this.
Yeah, they've been doing a great job of getting diverse matches on the streams.
Yes.
I really appreciated that.
Yeah, it's not, everybody, you shouldn't have to be winning something or whatever to have your chance to get up there. Yeah, during the end of the tournament, they're all winners down there. Everybody, you got people here from Tennessee. How many of their family or their loved ones, maybe their wives, husbands, whatever, are at home. Now they get to watch.
Exactly.
Well, it's a good thing. One of the guys in the chat room, U18, I'm sorry if you're not a guy, but it's just a generalization, says, love these videos. I take screenshots and show them to my lower skilled players asking what they should do. Great for teaching.
Yeah, it is. That's excellent teaching.
Yeah. Well, and one other thing that these videos do, you're one of these players out here playing. How many times do you get to see yourself play? Do you get to see how your arm swings through the ball?
Right.
Okay, well, you forgot that you missed that shot, and you've noticed throughout the match there's a certain type of shot that I've missed over and over again. Now you can improve your game because of the videos. These are all going to be up, individual matches up on the thing for you to go back and watch, see what you've done right, see what you've done wrong, and improve your game that way as well.
There's so much good that's coming out of all the streaming that's coming up with pool.
Oh, I thought I was going to sit on the back of that 2-ball and hook him from everything. And Rick's going to, he's called this 9-ball up in the corner, just wants to float it in. Oh, just missed the scratch. Caught that ball a little bit thin, cut it too much. But you can see the thought process, and I mean, regardless, the pros miss. Alex is just one match over. He's your 9-ball challenge champion.
Won 7-4.
But now I forgot where I was going with what I was going to say. Forget it. I'll find it later. I got to go through my cards and my index cards in my brain. But yeah, and everything is just great. The streamers that are out there that are bringing you the stuff for live, for free. There's, even the pay-per-view stuff, it's great. Most of those are like the challenge matches and things like that, where your streamers are probably coming out there for free too.
Right.
And so
and
that's
they put a lot of work in.
Yeah, and that's how they're getting paid. This equipment is not cheap. A camera is several $100s. A computer can cost you a few $1,000s. The software, just the TriCaster software, to be able to run stuff, is hundreds to thousands of dollars, depending on whose product you want to use. And so, this isn't cheap. Then you've got your travel time. Yesterday I was here at 9 a.m. I left here at 10:30 at night. What is your time worth?
Exactly.
So don't go, oh, they're charging for it. But realize that these people are probably setting up for free too, and anything that you donate, pay $10 or $5, whatever it is, it's helping them to get to the next one, to set up, to bring you more pool. All right, got ball in hand here for Dickie, and she is the solids.
She's solids here, and she's got a few different problem ball situations, but the 2-7-6 kind of is complicated depending on how she plays this. But she looks like she's shooting the 7 in the corner.
Yeah, 7 up in the corner. Would be the shot I would shoot with where the cue ball is laying right now. And it's going to go off the 9. Nope.
Thought I was going to get the rub there.
Yeah. And let's see. The 11's got a hole. Looks like that 14 ball will pass the 2 straight into the corner there. Uh-oh. Weeble. I had toys like that when I was a kid.
Yeah.
The Weeble Wobble, but they don't fall down. Yeah, looks like she's going to take on the 2 here. Center of the hole.
That was a good stroke.
Yeah.
Sometimes those shots where you have to focus where the line you're traveling through.
Yeah. Let's see if this 3 ball goes. I didn't think it had room to go.
The 14 ball certainly, maybe it does go by the 7. I can't tell.
Yeah, it looks like it will go by the 7, but it's a really tight window. You either have to get, like near the center of the table and have a cut shot, or like maybe here, if he could bump in. Oh, he was trying to make something happen there. Then maybe if he could have cut the 11 in and make the cue ball hit the 3.
Yes.
That would have been a perfect angle for the ball, but that's just they're both having a little bit of trouble getting things finished here. But that's.
I think we may be done on the other table.
Yes, we are. But everybody's got to start somewhere. I didn't pick a cue stick up and start running balls. And the more we embrace the lower players, the more our sport's going to grow. What Mark and them are doing with the juniors and the BEF and the Linden University and the Atlantic Cup Challenge has been around for a few years now and stuff. They're starting to take it to where it is over in Europe.
Absolutely. And one of our USA Pool League managers on the East Coast, Roy Pastor with the New England USA Pool League, has a fantastic juniors program that he's created. And he's had a number of very talented players. Michelle Zhang, I think I'm mispronouncing her name, was 16 last year and won the women's gold division here.
Wow.
And took second this year only to, I just spaced on it, Lori John Jones.
Okay, that's who Lori was playing in the finals.
Michelle Zhang.
Right on.
And forgive me if I mispronounced her name last time on that, but wonderful talents out there, and pool is in good hands with the young kids that we have coming in.
Yeah, they are.
Look at the young Billy Thorpe, what he's doing.
Yeah, well, and if you look too, it's I mentioned the Linden University and the Atlantic Cup Challenge and Mark Griffin and what they're doing with these young children, or is it Mark Wilson?
Mark Wilson.
Yeah, Mark Wilson. These kids. It's not just can you play pool. They have to keep their grades up in school. They have to be well-behaved kids, not out doing drugs, running the streets, getting in trouble and stuff just like any sports program you would be in at school.
Exactly.
Your academics come first. And so, it's giving a better image to the game. We've been that dirty, dusty, smoke-filled gentlemen's club. For way too long because we've come out of that so long ago, but yet we still have that stigma.
Right.
And people like April Larson, Billy Thorpe, Manny Perez, even, Brianna Miller, who just got out of that. She now is in the college. I think she's a 3 or 4-time collegiate champ now. Their generation is what I'm looking for to put a little shine back on it.
Absolutely, and we've got all sorts of young talent. I mean, a friend of mine from San Diego area, Sina Velazquez, is like 24, 25, and he just did a really good performance in the West Coast Swing 9-ball challenge.
Okay.
He beat Billy Thorpe. I think he finished, I want to say 5th, 6th in that event.
Right on.
He's around a 7:25, 7:26 in Fargo. Has that snooker background, so there's a lot of real good talent that's out there right now.
Well, I know out in Michigan we have Dan Jabowski. I can't remember how to pronounce his last name. I'll probably slaughter it. They're the Crew, Krewe.
Krewe. Okay.
It is they have a juniors thing. Dan takes the kids to all of the it's the the qualifiers for the junior nationals and stuff like that. He has a group from the Grand Rapids area that he takes them to the different qualifiers and stuff like that. His son plays and has won multiple qualifiers. They have their own live streaming, so the kids actually get to sit back here and do what we're doing, do all of the control panels, everything.
Interesting.
And
they get to learn every aspect of it then.
Yeah.
And Rick had just called a timeout there. And somebody come over and gave him a really good piece of advice, just going to break those balls open because nothing good was going to happen in a situation where they were.
Dickie
made a good shot there.
Rocketed that ball and hold it. Come out for the 7.
She can see it. It's a tough angle, but I think she can make this.
And with where the cue ball is, she's banking it. I was going to say where the cue ball is going, if she was to cut this in, I would want to play it off of the 6 so that the 6 came out from behind that that 14. Yeah, I think she's looking to see if she can see the edge of this ball, and she tried to play a nice little, just barely soft double kiss off of it. That's some pretty good knowledge there to know that you can double kiss that ball in.
That's an advanced shot.
And to a lot of people who know they can but they don't know how, they try to hit it. They think they have to jam the ball in there, and actually the cue ball comes out of the way too fast, and you don't get the double hit. So to know how to, not that it is possible, and to know how to properly execute it.
So many people try and learn to miss the double kiss that you forget that is sometimes a valuable tool.
Right, she's going to come off of this for a nice shot on the 8.
That's good shape.
Yeah, it with the as full as she hit that ball and the pace she hit it, you think it's going to go bouncing way, with the pace that it's going to go way down. But when it's within a diamond and a diamond of the pocket, as a general rule, a diamond in, a diamond up, hard follow kills off of the rail.
Yes.
Okay, so we got a 14-2 here.
14-5.
5, yeah.
2 balls
the
left.
2 balls left on the table. 14-5. This is... Now, Dickie. This is Hill officially.
It is now Hill, yes. So the winner of this game wins the match.
Even though that if she, say Dickie makes all 7 of her balls, she is still technically has more points.
She has more points, but the rule with the USA Pool League,
you have to finish the game.
Not just to finish the game, but on Hill, points no longer becomes the issue. It's whoever wins that game wins the match. So even though she may get to her number first, it's the winning of the game that's important on a Hill match.
Yeah, because you don't like where the APA in 9 ball. It's a ball count, and a match can end on the 3 ball.
Right.
So that doesn't happen here. You finish out the games, which that's one of the things why I never wanted to play the APA 9 ball. I'd be a monster at it. I can run 8 balls all day long.
Where if you run 8 balls and hang the 9, I make the 9, you get 2 points, I get 8. In this system, we emphasize the winning of the game.
Yeah.
And that's one of the things I really like about it is to teach the game right. Because it is a league that's designed for beginning and intermediate players. It's getting the people into the game, getting them the friends or the roommates off the couch to get a fun league together, everybody to be able to play. And it really lets everybody learn not only how to play and compete, but compete the right way.
Yeah. Well, he made a nice little shot. He had just enough room to get that stripe in there on the side past that 5.
That was a very good cut.
Nice
Showed
little
some touch.
Nice little touch shot from Rick there. He made a funny before the match, told me he probably had the lowest Fargo rating in the room.
I can tell him for a fact that's not true. We have quite a few people, and we have a variety of ratings in the USA Pool League. And a lot of people have ideas of where ratings are and what the ratings mean. The most important thing isn't necessarily what your number is. It's the difference between you and the person you're playing.
Yeah.
It's the difference in ratings that's most important.
Uh-oh.
Now,
Get off the 8.
Yeah, that clustered it up. This table is going to be a tough one to navigate now. So we're going to see a few different strategies.
I think he's going to cut this 5 on the side and bounce off of that 15. I don't think she can see this 2 to play it. She's going to have to get rid of this down here, and you need to. That the 7 is blocking the 4. The 7-3 is no problem with the 3 hanging there, but the 7 being in the way of the 4 is the problem.
Yes.
So she needs to open this up a little bit. Now, do you play too?
Oh, yes. I love that. I fell in love with the game of pool a long time ago, and I've always been playing the pool. I play in the USA Pool League on a Wednesday night league here in Las Vegas. It's a fun league that we have at one of our local rooms, Putters on Eastern. But there's a lot of different things that I just love the game, and for me, Mark Estes was the national director of the USA Pool League, and with Key Sports International, he stepped away to pursue some things that he had. And I was blessed with the opportunity to join CSI.
Yes.
I really enjoyed it. I joined them in November, and it's been eye-opening, learning a lot about the USA Pool League and how it works. But I think one of the reasons that it worked so well for me with them, and they may have liked me, was that I had been working with Fargo Rate in tournaments in Arizona for over a number of years.
Okay.
And it's something I've seen how the success works for the ratings.
Yeah.
And I absolutely love the game. My game's dropping, though. I was a 607. Now I'm down to a 588, and it's a little bit irritating.
Yeah, but that's when you're putting your time into actually growing the sport,
Right.
and not growing your game.
Exactly.
And that kudos to you, because there's not many people that are willing to do that.
Well, thank you. I absolutely love the game and want to see our game have a great future. And that's really what we talk about with the USA Pool League. Is I see Fargo Rate and the USA Pool League as the future of pool.
Yeah. Now we just need to get somebody to put up $1 million so we can put it on the table next to them, and then we'll be like poker.
There we go.
How exciting would that be? They bring for the final table, and they bring all the money out there when it gets down to heads up.
Put it right up next to it.
Yeah, we can put it right on the table next to them with the trophy and everything.
And that's one neat thing with the USA Pool League is the business concept of the league, and how the players get to play is they can come out and pay their own way, but many of these teams through the league structure, they win a free trip to Las Vegas for this. So the winning teams in their league get free airfare, hotel room, and it's a great experience to be able to get somebody to come out here that may not be able to come out here on a regular basis, especially from the East Coast, Tennessee, Oklahoma. Those are expensive trips.
Yes, they are.
And it's good motivation. It's a great incentive, and that's one of the things we send. Our business requirements, we require all of our leagues to send at least one team to Las Vegas, and you have to send 1 out of every 12 in your league. So we make sure that the structure's right to make sure that everything works for all the funding with it.
Well, it's there's not really, you don't find that in the BCA, but the league that I play out of in northern Michigan, the league operator, we're the only ones from our league there. We live in a little town, Traverse City. We've got like 50-some players in our pool league, which is huge. But our BCA league is 24 weeks long. Play all through the fall and the winter when there's nothing to do.
And you're outside in the summertime.
Yeah, so what he's now talking about doing, because not having like where you would call like with the APA a Tri-Cup or a City Cup or a Vegas Cup or whatever, where they pay out for their players to go to Vegas. He was talking about maybe people who this is something that they want to do, collecting another $5 a week from them or $10 a week from them and putting it kind of into a savings fund.
Right.
So then when it comes time to go to Vegas, they have the money to go.
Exactly. And that's kind of they're adopting a principle that we use in the USA Pool League. Is a portion of the weekly dues goes into a players' prize fund, and that players' prize fund is 100% dedicated to the players. Yeah. That goes to the cost of the trips, trophies and plaques and patches, and also end of session banquets. Just a lot of fun for it. So the money has to go in the benefit of the players.
Yeah, well, and and it's not. I mean, even if you put into account that your players also have to have matching team shirts for team events, or do they have to have that for the USAPL?
Yes.
Okay,
Yep.
so matching team shirts, $40 a piece. 5, 6, 7 players because you carry a couple extra on your roster. A couple $100 right there just in team shirts. If you're not one of the lucky ones whose bar is going to be, hey, let
We'll
me
buy
get
the
you
shirts.
shirts. You call,
Absolutely.
you are now like these guys here, Ken's Shooters. I don't know if
Right.
Ken's is a bar.
No, actually, Ken is Ken Holland, who was the captain of this team, and he's not able to play because he came down with some medical issues, but he's here with his team anyways.
Okay. There you go. That explains it. But, a lot of, people, they play for bars. One of the teams that comes up from the Seattle area is the Soundview. Nancy Measer owns the Soundview, one of the best promoters, room owners. It's actually a bar. But for pool that there is in the Pacific Northwest, she pays for, people to go into tournaments. She won't pay if there's a greens fee, she won't pay that, but she'll pay the stick fees for all the players, give you all team shirts, and has tournaments and leagues and everything. What bar do you know that changes their cloth twice a year?
Oh, wow.
And so, not everybody has that.
Oh, stay out of there.
And these players have to come up. I mean, it can cost a couple grand to come here for this stuff.
It is. It's expensive.
Oh, no. She's left him Dickie's left Rick a really good opportunity here to get out, win this Hill game.
That's a shot.
Oh.
And see, that's a shot that a lot of beginning players aren't comfortable shooting that out. That
the
moving,
outside English.
Yeah, outside English, moving that ball back. So he's got himself here a tough shot on the 8-ball.
Yeah. Now you need to hit it easy. Oh, he's going to come down underneath it and leave her funny. Banks like that where it's really short. Cute object ball is next to the rail. You have to hit them easy. Otherwise, you get the double kiss that you're looking not to get.
Mm-hmm.
And it helps the cube. The separation is easier for them. And that's how you bank in those ones that are, it's kind of close to the rail, short bank. But yeah, if you wind up on them, you're going to end up getting a double kiss every time. Here's another bank. I don't know if he has a coach left or not.
No, I think he called it. I think he had a timeout in this game already. I'm not sure.
Oh yeah, he did.
Yep.
Yeah,
so
earlier.
He's used it in this game.
Yeah. Okay, so like with the BCA stuff, you get everybody gets a time. If they put you on a shot clock, you get a timeout.
Right.
If it goes hill, you get an extra timeout. I know, he cut it the other way. APA used to allow an extra coach on a hill match.
Interesting.
That was many, many years ago. And I think...
She fell nicely on that 8-ball.
Yeah, she did. She hit that real nice. And this 8-ball will be for this
set. This set.
Oh, she almost missed it.
Yep.
Just hit it wide. And Dickie be your victor on this match of a score of 48-32.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Don't know what's coming up next. We'll go find out and get right back with you all.
Well, thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
Thanks, Jack, for informing me and everybody else out there on the USAPL. And
Absolutely.
hopefully it helps grow your league, too. And
I
thanks
absolutely
for
think it will. And
everything that you're doing to help further the sport.
yes, absolutely. I appreciate everything you guys do with the streams. I love watching the streams that you guys put out there. So thank you much.
Thank you very much. We'll see you all in a minute.
turn it on when we're broadcasting, and I